So let's continue the discussion of compression members. So now we will try to solve some built-up members. Okay? So for this problem, problem number 3. So this is a built-up member. So we have here a W section, a standard section, no? W section. Okay, W250 by 28. Okay, so these are the material properties of the W section 250 by 58. So you can look the properties, no, the necessary properties on the database. Now, since this W section is weak on the y-axis, no, you can actually see that dito, no. Look at the moment of inertia about the y-axis. It is only 18.7, meaning you can justify that this is weaker than the x-axis. So that's why we provide. So naglagay pa tayo dito ng additional member, which are plates. So we have PL 12 mm by 252. Okay, 12 mm yung thickness, and then 252 yung total length niya. So obviously, this should be 252 kasi 252 yung depth ng ating W section. We have to, since this is a built-up section, we have to resolve the new material properties of the combined W section and then the PL. Ko-combine natin class yung kanilang area of cross, okay, and then all necessary material properties. So what are those material properties? Of course, the area of cross. I-add lang natin class, no? So this W section, 250 by 28. So, ang area of cross niya is 7420 plus natin yung dalawang area ng plate na to. So, 2 times 252 times 12. Okay? So, the new area cross natin will be, okay, so 13,468 millimeters squared. Okay? Next, what else? The moment of inertia. Kasi the moment of inertia will now differ from the previous moment of inertia since we added here some elements. Okay, so what will be the new moment of inertia? Unahin natin class about the x-axis. Okay, so this is your x-axis. Ayan. Okay, so you already have the moment of inertia of the W section. So technically, you're just going to add the moment of inertia of this rectangular shape. Okay, since the centroid of that rectangular shape coincide with the x-axis, so yung moment of inertia mo lang siya. This is your B, that is a rectangle, B H cube over 12. So that is 2. So times 2 lang natin class. We have from 87, that is the moment of inertia of this W section. Okay, plus natin yung BH cube over 12. It should be BH cube over 12, no? So B, okay, this is 12, H, 252 cube over 12. So let's calculate the value. So we have 87 times 10 raised to 6 plus 2 plus 2 times 12 times 252 cube over 12. Page cube over 12. No, that is just a rectangle. So the answer here is 119.006 okay, times 10 raised to 6. Okay? So tama naman na nakulangan lang ako dito ng 1. Okay, so that is the moment of inertia about the x-axis. Now let's talk about the moment of inertia. Radius of gyration muna. So, importante rin, no, to solve the radius of gyration kasi later on, in solving the capacity of a compression member, so we need a KL over R. Okay, so radius of gyration. So the formula for the radius of gyration is just Ix over the area of the gross square root of that answer. So we have the Ix divided by the new area of the gross, this one. Okay, so Ix divided by the new area of the cross. This is millimeter raised to 4. This is moment of inertia, millimeter raised to 4. Then you have the denominator na millimeter squared. So the unit for this Rx is just millimeter. Okay, so 94.001 millimeters. Okay. Next is the moment of inertia about the y-axis. So this is your y-axis. Ayan. So as you can see, this is your W section. Okay. Yan yung W section natin. And its centroid already coincide with the centroid. This will be the overall centroid ng ating new members. Now, this will be the overall centroid niya. Didikas. So as you can see, the centroid of the W section, which is we already get its moment of inertia from the database, already coincide with the new centroid about the y-axis. No? Therefore, yan na siya. I-add na lang natin yan. Na, alin, moment of inertia nito. Nung rectangular section nito. Okay, so moment of inertia nito. However, its centroid does not coincide with the centroid natin, overall centroid. So therefore, you have to perform the transfer formula. There is a distance between the centroid of this one to this one. So if you will recall from your statics of rigid bodies, so you can solve the moment of inertia about the neutral axis by Iy plus you need the area, okay, of that member, then AD squared, then D squared. Distance of that member, the centroid of the member, going to the centroid of the overall centroid, okay, or neutral axis. So Iy is of this member, moment of inertia, about its own axis, okay? So Iy niya. Then area netong area niya, no? And then D, ito nga, yung D natin dito. Since itong member na to class, okay, so symmetrical lang naman on the other side, so i-multiply na lang natin by 2. Okay, so this is the solution. Ayan, so Iy ng W section. And then, so the moment of inertia of this section, ito na yung magiging B natin dito, no? Kasi since this is the axis, no, kung saan tayo mag-moment of inertia, we have to transfer that. So, papunta dyan. So, this will now be your B. So, ano? B, H na ito. Dito. Okay? So, take note class, yung B mo, pag nag-BH cube over 12 ka, always parallel to the axis. No, where you take the moment of inertia. Okay? For example, no, you take the moment of inertia about this axis. Okay, about this axis, this is your B, this is your H sa BH cube over 12. However, if you take the moment of inertia about this axis, okay, this is your B, this is your H. Okay, so kaya naman, okay, for this rectangular section, so your B is 252. This one is 252. Okay, H is 12 cube over 12. Okay, BH cube over 12 plus its area, 12 times 252. Okay? Its area, no, is 12 times 252. And then D squared. D is the distance of its centroid. Okay. Try ko lang ulit. Okay, so distance ng centroid ng rectangular section na to. So we are going to transfer kasi ito, no? Papunta dito. Sa gitna ng web. Kasi nandoon yung centroid, overall centroid. Okay, so ito, ita-transfer mo going here sa point na to. So you need to locate, to identify that distance. Okay, so alam natin, mula dito sa gitna, papunta dito sa dulo ng W section. Ito, no? Alam natin papunta dyan, okay, ay kalahati ng flange. So 203 over 2. Pero papunta kasi tayo dito sa gitna, class, no? Yan. So, i-add mo pa yung half of the 12 mm. Add mo pa yung half yan, which is 6 millimeters. So, ito lalabas. Let's try. Okay. So, we have the base flange, 203 over 2. Then, i-add natin yung plate na 12 mm. Okay, divided by 2. Okay, so the distance between the centroid of this plate to the centroid ng W section is actually 107.5. And then you square that. Kasi nga, ang formula is I plus A D squared IX. Papunta sa neutral axis. Okay? So, over 12 to, no? Over 12. Ayan, so let's compute the value. So, we have 18.7. 18.7 times 10 raised to 6 plus 2 times 2 kasi magkabilaan ano? Magkabilaan yung plates. So 2 times B H cubed over 12 plus area of that rectangular plate. So 12 times 252. Okay, times 107.5. Do not forget the square. Okay, so answer is 8. 8, tama ba? 88.665 times 10 raised to 6 millimeter raised to 4. Okay, of course, from 18.7, by adding elements doon sa end of the flange, increases its moment of inertia about not only about the x-axis, actually tumaas yung x-axis, no? From 87, naging 119, and then from 18.7, lalo na yung y-axis, no? Mas almost times 5, no? Yung increase niya ng moment of inertia. That is because of the transfer of moment of inertia. Kasi yun yung nagpapalaki, yung AD squared. Okay, yung transfer na yan. Okay? So we now have the moment of inertia about the y-axis. We also need to get the Rx. Okay? So yeah, let's solve the value of Rx. So Rx is just equal to Iy over the area of the gross. Okay? So Iy is 88.665 divided by the area of the gross. Yung overall area natin, no? Of the gross. So 88.665 times 10 raised to 6 divided by the area of the gross. So the new Ry is 81.138 millimeters. So after that, we can now solve since we're done with the identifying of the new properties, no, material section properties, we can now proceed with the identifying of the critical slenderness ratio or the KL over R, which axis is the critical. Actually, you can easily identify that, no, by just looking at the IY or IX or RX and RY. So as you can see here, ano yung weaker dyan, class? Weak pa rin si Y-axis. Okay, weaker pa rin siya. So nandiyan dyan yung critical slenderness ratio natin. Okay, so the critical slenderness ratio is KL over RY. So K natin that KL is both axes na to, no? Both axes was already 6,200 millimeters. Okay, so the value of K was not mentioned, whether it is pin at top, pin at bottom, fix at top, fix at bottom, kasi given naman na class yung KA or KL or the effective length. Okay, so 6,200 divided by the RY. We do not need to solve pa ito, no? Kasi ito naman na yung critical, yung nasa RY dahil mas maliit yung kanyang range of gyration. Okay, so KL over RY, 6,200 divided by the RY. Okay, this will be the critical slenderness ratio, 76.413. Okay. So what's next? So we have to solve the Euler's buckling stress. So pi squared E over KL over R squared. Okay, so modulus of elasticity of steel, always use 200,000 megapascal. And then the coil over R here, okay, so you just need to square it. So the value of the critical slenderness ratio is 338. Or sorry, the Euler's buckling stress is 338.06 megapascal. So next, we can now proceed with the identifying of compressive strength of this member. Anyway, we can just skip this one. Okay, so if we are going to recall, let's check the NSCP. Okay. So for built-up members, we can actually use this, no? Pwede natin gamitin tong we can just assume, no? Kasi if we're going to look at the stiffened and unstiffened element na ito, class. So dahil ito, no? Supposedly this is unstiffened element. So dahil nilagyan natin dito, magiging stiff na siya. So we cannot check its compactness or the width to thickness ratio. So kung aalalahanin natin, no, we have to check the slenderness of each element. Kung slender ba siya or non-slender or compact, non-compact. No? So that was our solution last time. So before you proceed, check kung compact, non-compact, or slender, unslender, or you know. So ito yung solution natin before. Next. We check the flange and the web, no, of that element kung slender ba sila. So check the limiting to width thickness ratio. So it was presented here on the NSCP page, ito na, this one. However, for the built-up section, we cannot check yung compactness niya. So therefore, we can just assume that all elements are compact. So compact na sila. So pagka both compact elements, so we can just proceed. No slender elements. So, ayan, we can just proceed with this 505.3. Okay, so since no slender elements. So pagka built-up class, just assume, okay, just proceed, no? Doon sa without slender elements. Kapag standard section yan from the ASC standards or ASC database, so you have to check if it is slender or non-slender elements. Pagka built up, so automatic. Especially kapag wala ng mga unstiffened elements, lahat natakpan, lahat stiff na. So you can just proceed with the compact section. No slender elements. Okay, without slender elements. So technically, to get the compressive force, we're just using this formula. It's either of the two. Okay, so we have to compare the critical slenderness ratio to the value of this one, 4.71 square root of E over Fy. So whichever yung governing dito, so that will be your FCR. Then to compute the nominal capacity, so FCR times the area of gross. Okay, so okay. So ito, no? So we can now compute the nominal capacity of this section, of this built-up section. Okay, from 505.3 tayo, no? 505. So we'll be using the provision for this one, the 505.3. Okay, so we compare the KL over R to 4.71 square root of E over TFY. Okay. So, solving this value, meron na tayo kasi nito, no? So, that is equal to, anyway, ang gamit pala natin class, the Fy is A50, no? 345 megapascal. So, hindi nabanggit dito sa problem, but it should be A50. So, 345 megapascal ng Fy natin. So, this one is 113.403. So, the critical slenderness ratio is only 76.41. And that is less than. Okay, so dapat should be, ito pala, 345 megapascal. Okay, so given naman pala. So, since K over R is less than this 4.71 E over Fy, so therefore, we're going to use this formula instead of the other formula, no? So, ito ang gamitin natin, 0.658 instead of 0.877. Kasi gagamitin mo lang yan if your KL over R is greater than 4.71. So, yun, no? Okay, so let's substitute. So, ayan, so let's substitute. So, the value of FCR is 225. So, check nyo na lang, no? Kung tama yung value nito. So, dinouble check ko naman siya, no? FE pala ang ginamit to 338.06 and then Fy 345 megapascal. So the FCR is 225.068 megapascal. Now, we calculate the PN, the nominal capacity actual strength. So Pn is equal to FCR times the area of the gross, yung bagong area of the gross. Okay, so the Pn, the nominal strength, is 3,031. But we want to calculate the LRFD and the ASD. So again, to calculate the LRFD compressive strength, so you just multiply the Pn by 0.9. Okay, so for ASD, okay, so you divide the Pn by the safety factor 1.67. So these are your answer for LRFD and ASD.